In progress.
Hello, welcome to the SPM trial paper for 2022 Perak paper, paper 2. So let's look at the questions in this paper. So if we look at the section A, question 1. So Pontini buys 3 reams of A4 paper and 2 reams of A3 paper for 42 ringgit, while Puan Komati buys 2 reams of A4 paper and 5 reams of A3 paper for 61 ringgit. So by using matrix method, calculate the price in ringgit of a ream of A4 paper and of a ream of A3 paper. So this is a simultaneous equation question, but if you look at the question, it says here, use the matrix method. So we have to solve by using matrix. So form the 2 equations first. 3 reams of A4 paper, 2 reams of A3 paper, 42 ringgit. So I take the price of A4 paper as X, price of A3 paper as Y, means 3X plus 2Y equals 42. And how much Puan Komati buys? 2 reams of A4 paper, so 2X plus 5 reams of A3 paper, 5Y equals 61. These are the 2 equations. So from these 2 equations, I put in the matrix form. Follow the numbers. 3225 times xy equals to the 4261. So in order to solve this, I need to get rid of the 3225, which I get rid of by multiplying the inverse of this in front on both sides. So multiply on the left side, you will be left with xy. Multiply on the right side, 1 over AD, 3 times 5 minus BC, 2 times 2. Switch A and D, negative B and C. Okay, multiplied by 4261. So this is 1 over 15 minus 4, 11. Then I multiply. Make sure you multiply the matrix correctly. First matrix follow rows, second matrix follow the column. So first row, first column, 5 times 42, 210. Negative 2 times 61, minus 122. Negative 2 times 42, negative 84, plus 3 times 61, 183. So it will be 1 over 11. 210 minus 122 will be 88. Negative 84 plus 183, 99. So when I multiply, xy will basically be 8, 9. Which means A4 paper will be 8 ringgit. A3 paper will be 9 ringgit. These are the answers. That's for the first question. Second question. Draw a simple graph based on the information given here. So part A, I have the vertices PQRS. So I just put the PQRS vertices out. PQRS, the order doesn't really matter. So I join the edges according to the vertex pairs here. So Q connect to P, Q connect to R, Q connect to S, and S connects to R. Yeah, these are the 4 lines that we have. It's just like that. Okay, for the part B, so these are the degree of vertices for each vertex. So means there are 4 vertices. So I want to join it in a way that the degree is 2, 3, 3, 2. So in order to have 3, but this is a simple graph, means there's no loops, no multiple edges. So the only way I can get 3 degree is if I connect to the 3 other points, like this. Yeah. So to get vertex of 2 and 2 and the other one 3, basically I just connect like this. So this has degree of 3, degree of 3, degree of 2, degree of 2. That's the 2, 3, 3, 2. Yeah. Okay, that's for question 2. And question 3. So I have the premium rate for the per 1,000 for life insurance here. Fata and Zaki wants to buy life insurance with face value 100,000 ringgit and 80,000 ringgit respectively. They are 26 years old and 35 years old respectively. Fata is a smoker, while Zaki is a non-smoker. So find the difference in annual premium. Fata and Zaki have to pay. The difference between what they have to pay. So I need to count the annual premium for each one of them, Fata and Zaki, each one of them. So first, let's calculate for Fata. So Fata is 26-year-old, 25 to 30, and is a smoker. Fata is a smoker. So smoker 25 to 30 here, usage rate 2.8. So the premium for Fata will be just the 2.8 I times the face value per 1,000. So the face value 100,000 per 1,000 times with the 2.8, the rate, the premium rate. So basically it will be 100 times 2.8. So it's 280. For Zaki, the annual premium, he is non-smoker, so and 35 years old. So this premium rate. So 80,000 per 1,000 I times 2.64. So basically is 80 times 2.64, which is 211.2. Okay, 211 ringgit 20 cents. So the difference just minus 280 minus 211.2. So it'll be 68 ringgit and 80 cents. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Question 4. A motorcycle travels 80 km in 55 minutes. I want the average speed of the motorcycle. So 80 km in 55 minutes. Average speed is just total distance over total time. But I want average speed in km per hour. So make sure the time is in hours, distance is in km. Distance km is already correct. Time here, 55 is in minutes. So I need to convert to hours. So I need to divide 60. Okay, so it's 80 divide bracket 55 divide 60 first. Then yeah, let's just round off 87.3 km per hour. Then part B, if the motorcycle increase speed to X km per hour, he can save 10 minutes on the return trip. Calculate the value of the difference between the going and returning speed. So returning speed, I already have the speed of him going. So the returning speed, he saved 10 minutes. Means the same distance, but instead of 55 minutes is 45 minutes. So 45 over 60. 80 divide bracket 45 over 60. 106.67 km per hour. So the difference I just minus 106.7 is fine. 0.7 minus 67.3. 39.4 km per hour. That's the difference. Yeah. Okay. Then question 5. Diagram. Diagram below is made out of 4 squares. This one, basically. So X is locus of a point which is equidistant from KL and MN. KL here, MN here, equidistant means here, right in between. Okay, parallel line right in between, which is your PR. So part A answer is line PR. Part B, I want to draw the locus. Okay, locus of point Y such that it is distance of QT from T. Distance of QT from point T means this distance away. So constant distance, it will basically be a circle. So the answer will basically just be a circle with the radius of QT. Yeah, from T to the end here, this is the radius. So this will be the locus Y. Yeah. Then locus of Z, equidistant from KL and KN. KL, KN, this and this equidistant means the line right in between. So it will be diagonal line from K to M. This is locus Z. So the part I want to mark the intersection. So it will be here and here. That's it. Question 6. Ikuan bought a Perodua Alza for 95,000 ringgit. He paid 10% cash deposit and the balance by bank loan with interest rate 2.8% per annum for duration of 9 years. So calculate the total loan in ringgit Ikuan has applied for. So for car loan, it's definitely simple interest. Okay. So total loan amount that he applied for means the principal. So the principal is not 95,000 because he paid 10% deposit. Only the remaining is borrowed on the loan. So means I take 90%, take out 10%, so left 90% of the 95,000 ringgit. So 90% times 95,000 is 85,500 ringgit. And for B, I want to calculate monthly installment. So first we find the total amount. Okay, total amount that he has to pay back, which is the principal plus the interest. Again, interest is PRT, principal times interest rate, 2.8%, percent over 100 times time. Time is 9 years. So 85,500 plus 85,500 times 2.8% times 9. Then I get 107,446 ringgit. Means the monthly installment will be the 107,046 ringgit, the total that he has to pay back, divide by number of months. So number of months, it is 9 years, means I take 9 years times 12 months per year. Okay, 107,046 divide bracket 9 times 12. So it will be 991 ringgit, 166, so 17 cents. Yeah, 991 ringgit and 17 cents. That's the money installment. Okay. Question 7. This is base numbers. So ages of Alice, Zahira, and their mother, 201 base 4, 10011 base 2, and 300 base 5, respectively. Calculate the total ages in base 10. So total age in base 10. So I want the answer in base 10 means all of it I convert to base 10 first. So 1 by 1, 201 base 4, power 012 means 2 times of 4 to the power 2 plus 1. Okay, 33 base 10. 10011 base 2 convert to base 10, power 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2 to the power 4 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, so 16 plus 3, 19 base 10. And 300 base 5 convert to base 10 is power 0, 1, 2. So 3 times 5 square. 75 base 10. Yeah. So it means the total, I just add all of it together. 75 plus 19 plus 33. 127. 127 years old. Yeah. And question 8. Logical reasoning question. So complete the following using quantifier all or some to make a true statement. So all numbers are prime numbers. Some. Only some all numbers are prime numbers. Okay, some will be not. Then polygons have straight sides. All polygons will have straight sides. Yeah. Okay, because polygons need to have straight sides for it to be called polygon. Then, yeah, part B. State whether each of the following statement is true or false. So 4 square is 8. That's wrong. Cube root of -8 is -2. That's correct. So this is OR statement. OR means as long as one of it is true, then it's true. So this is true. As for this, A is a subset of A, B, C. That's true. -3 more than -7. Actually, A is subset of. Actually, A is. Yeah, you can't really consider it subset unless if they put a bracket like this, then it's fine. Yeah. Okay, -3 more than -7 is correct. This is actually a bit arguable. Yeah, it's whether you consider this as a set or not, just the element itself. But by right, set should be inside the set bracket. So I would consider no. So that would make it false. If they put a bracket, then this is true. Then it will be a true statement. Okay. Then question 9. Diagram shows the speed against time graph of a particle for a period of 10 seconds. Given total distance traveled in the first 6 seconds is twice of the total distance traveled in the last 4 seconds. So distance traveled first 6 seconds is double of this distance, means the distance traveled in speed against time graph is the area under the graph. In other words, this area is double of this area. Yeah. So I want to find V. So what I can do is this area, half times sum of parallel sides, 4 plus V, times height. Height is here to here, 6, equals to 2 times of this area of the triangle. Half times base times height. Base is from 6 to 10 is 4. Height from 6 to V. So half times 6, I cut 3 times in 12 plus 3V equals to 4V. Bring over the 3V. Plus opposite minus. So V is 12. Yeah. Okay. Then calculate the rate of change of speed in the first 6 seconds. Rate of change of speed means the acceleration here. Yeah, for the first 6 seconds. So rate of change of speed for the first 6 seconds. So I take change in speed from 4 until V. V is 12. 4 until 12 means 12 minus 4. Over change in time from 0 to 6. So 6 seconds, which means 8 over 6 means 4 over 3. Yeah. Okay, 4 over 3 or 1.333 meter per second square. Yeah. You can put improper fraction, mixed number, or decimals is fine. It doesn't really matter for this question. Okay. Then question 10. Sketch this graph. Y equals 2 cos x. 2 cos x means the cos graph with the magnitude of 2. So it looks exactly like the normal cos, yeah, like the normal cosine graph. It'll just be like this, something like this. Yeah. Each special point differs by 90 degrees. The maximum point is at 2, minimum point -2 because of the 2 cos x. Yeah, so that changes the amplitude to 2 and -2. So yeah, basically it's just like that. Yeah, that's the graph. Part B, determine the minimum value for the graph. Minimum value is just the lowest value. So minimum value is just -2. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Then question 11. I have fx equals to a bracket x minus p bracket x minus q. So yeah, being the function, the quadratic function here. So I want to find p, q, and a. So p, q actually very simple. P is smaller than q. So p and q are basically the x-intercepts. So value of p is just 2. Value of q is just 6. Yeah, based on the x-intercept. So once I have p and q, and I want to find a, basically I substitute all the values, yeah, into my function. Okay, what I use is this point, -12. F0 equals -12. Yeah, so if I put F0 means a times 0 minus 2, 0 minus 6 equals -12 times in will be 12. 12a is -12 means a is -12 divided by 12, -1. So a is -1. Yeah, just like that. Part B, write the quadratic equation of the function. Quadratic equation of the function. I already know a, p, and q. -1 times x minus 2, x minus 6 equals 0. Yeah, so if you want equation, just equate it to 0 lah. So expand, negative remains. Expand the 2 brackets first. So it will be x squared minus 6x minus 2x plus 12 times negative in negative x squared. Minus 6 minus 2 will be minus 8. Then times negative plus 8x. Different sign, minus 12 equals 0. That is the quadratic equation. Part C, equation of axis of symmetry, right in between the x-intercept, right in between 2 and 6. So it says x equals 2 plus 6 over 2. 4. So it will be x equals to 4. Alternatively, you can also use negative b over 2a. So negative 8 over 2 times -1, you can see is also 4. Okay, either way is fine. But D, state the coordinates of point R. Point R is the maximum point. So I already have the x coordinate. So F4, sub in 4 into the function. So I can put in here, I can put in the original one here. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Let's say I put in here, negative 4 square plus 8 times 4 minus 12. So negative 4 square plus 8 times 4 minus 12, 4. F4 is 4, so means point R is 4, 4. X is 4, Y also 4. Yeah. That's question 11. Question 12. Table 1 shows frequency distribution of mass in kg of 100 students in a school. So based on table 2, complete the table 2 in the answer space. So I have mass, frequency, midpoint, then I want upper boundary, so the upper limit I just plus half. 49.5, 59.5, 69.5, 79.5, 89.5, and 99.5. Then cumulative frequency means I accumulate the frequency. So 0, 0 here, then plus 8, 8, 8 plus 15, 23, 23 plus 30, 53, 53 plus 27, 80, 80 plus 14, 94, 94 plus 6, 100. Yeah. Okay. Then for part B, calculate the standard deviation. So I refer to this table to find. So to get standard deviation, basically what I need, follow the standard deviation formula, which is sum of fx square over total frequency minus mean square. So let's find sum of fx square. Each of the frequency I times with the midpoint square. And then plus together. So yeah, 0 don't need. And 8 times 44.5 square plus, okay, I find sum of fx. Sum of fx square. Yeah, because sum of fx I also need because I want the mean. So 8 times 44.5. The 0 one actually don't need, right? Because times 0 is nothing. 15 times 54.5 plus 30 times 64.5 plus 27 times 74.5 plus 14 times 84.5 plus 6 times 94.5. Then I get 6870. Okay. Then I find sum of values square. So 44.5 I square, 54.5 square, 64.5 square, 74.5 square, 84.5 square, and 94.5 I square. So it's 488,605. Yeah. Total frequency I already know is 100. Yeah. If you want, you can find the mean first, which is sum of fx over total frequency, 100. So it's 68.7. So I want standard deviation. So to count standard deviation, square root of sum of fx square 488,605 over n 100 minus mean square 68.7 square. So square root of 488,605 over 100 minus 68.7 square. Yeah, so end up we get 12.898. Yeah. Okay. For part C, I want to draw the graph. So drawing the graph is based on this. I want upper boundary and cumulative frequency. It's based on the answers in A, part A. So from the question, it says, it gives you the scale, 2 cm 10 kg on horizontal, 2 cm 10 pupils on vertical axis. So draw the ogive. So I start 0 here, each one 10 for cumulative frequency, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Then upper boundary for this. So I don't start from 0. And also you don't have to start all the way on the left actually. Okay, but you can. But usually I will disconnect this, then start here, the first upper boundary with the frequency of 0. So it's 39.5, then 49.5, 59.5, 69.5, 79.5, 89.5, 99.5. Just go up to 99.5 is fine. Then the ogive curve will be like a S. Okay. S kg. So plot points start from 0, then 8, 23, 53, 80, 94, 100. Yeah. So just draw the curve. Yeah. Again, if you need to, you can always turn the whole paper to an orientation that it makes it easier for you to draw. something like that. Okay. Yeah, that's the drive. Then question 13. Table 1 shows the participants from Mathematics Club and Science Club who attended the leadership camp. So 2 participants are required to give speeches at the end of the program. A participant is chosen randomly from Maths Club and another is also chosen from the same club, means both Maths Club. List all the possible outcomes of the event. So basically, there is no restriction whether it's male or female for the first one. For A1, all the possible outcomes is just each one matches with the other. So I have Aziz with Samuel, then Aziz again with Kishan, Aziz with Nabila, Aziz with Patricia. Then I already have Aziz with everyone. Then I start from Samuel. I don't need to repeat back with Aziz. Aziz with Samuel and Samuel with Aziz is the same thing. So I start from Samuel, the next name. Kishan, Samuel, Nabila, then Samuel, Patricia, then start from Kishan, Kishan, Nabila, Kishan, Patricia, then Patricia, Nabila. Yeah, these are all the possible choices. Then A2, the probability that a boy and a girl are chosen. So probability 1 boy and 1 girl. Basically, out of all this, I look at the A1. Out of all this, which one has 1 boy and 1 girl? Which is Aziz, Nabila, Patricia. 7 Nabila, 7 Patricia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of total number of outcomes, you can clearly see is 10. So 3/5. Okay. So 3/5. Yeah. Part B. B1. A participant is chosen randomly from the male group and another participant from female group. These all the possible outcomes. So now it's just split male and female. So I match each of them together. Again, I have Aziz with each one of them. So Aziz Nabila, Aziz Patricia, Aziz Christine, Aziz Basha. Then the next boy, Samuel Nabila, Samuel Patricia, Samuel Christine, Samuel Basha. Then start from Kishan, Nabila. It's a bit long. You slowly cycle through them all. Kishan, Patricia, Kishan, Christine, Kishan, Vasha, and Ilyas, Nabila, Ilyas, Patricia, Ilyas, Christine, Ilyas, Vasha, then Jerry, Nabila, Jerry, Patricia, Jerry, Christine, Jerry, Vasha. Basha, sorry. Yeah, very long. Yeah, this is very troublesome to list it out, but still have to do it lah. Then B2. Hence, find the probability that both are selected from the science club. So probability that both are from science club. So out of all these, both from science club will be Elias Christine, Elias Vasha, Jerry Christine, Jerry Vasha. So there are 4 of them, 4 of these sets out of total 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, over 20, which is 1/5. Yeah. So that's the answer for question 13. Okay. So look at question 14. Miss Amina is a medical officer at a private hospital. Table 14 shows Miss Amina's financial plan for a period of 1 month. So here shows her income from salary and house rent, and yeah, total money income. Then there's minus of the fixed savings and minus of emergency funds. To get this, then I have fixed expenses and variable expenses total. Then if I take income balance minus the expenses, I will get the cash flow. So does Miss Amina's financial plan have cash shortage or surplus? Basically, I calculate the cash flow, which is taking the income balance 7880 minus the money fixed expense minus the money variable expense, not fixed expense, 7880 minus 3370 minus 1820. Then I get 2,690. That is the cash flow, 2,690 ringgit. So it's a positive cash flow. Yeah. Put it here. So this is a positive cash flow, means she has surplus of 2,690 ringgit from the positive cash flow. That's part A. Part B, if Miss Amina wants to buy land worth 300,000 ringgit, how much time will Miss Amina need if she saves 2,500 per month? So it's just 300,000 ringgit divided by 2,500 to get number of months. 300,000 divide 2,500 is 120 months. So 120 divide 6. Sorry, divide 12. 12 months a year means 10 years. Yeah, so she has to save for 10 years. Yeah, to buy a 300,000 ringgit land. So suggest a financial plan for Cik Amina if she wants to buy a plot of land worth 500,000 ringgit in 15 years. So 500,000 divided by number of months in 15 years. So 15 years times 12 months a year. 500,000 divide bracket 15 times 12, which is 277. Let's round off to nearest ringgit. 2778. Yeah, means each month she has to save 2,778 ringgit. Yeah. So, she already has surplus of 2,690 and she is saving 10% money income. So basically, what we can do is we can take everything basically the same, just that the monthly fixed savings we put maybe 2,800. Yeah. Okay, which will still give her a positive cash flow. So basically, increase monthly fixed savings to RM 2,780 lah. Okay, or even 2,800 is fine. Slightly more, because that will still keep her in the positive cash flow. Yeah. Then question 15. I have diagram 15, shows 4 quadrilaterals A, B, C, D, N, E, F, G, G, H, I, J, and K, L, M, G. So quadrilateral MJKL is the image of ABCD under combined transformation QP. MJKL is this one. Is the image of ABCD, this one, under combined transformation. So we can go from this to this, then to this. Yeah, it makes the most sense. So this would be the one, the EFMN will be the one in between. So to go from ABCD to EFMN, changing size, so that is enlargement. So to find the center of enlargement, just connect the equivalent points using straight lines. Yeah. Extend it to the end where they intersect. That is the center of enlargement. Yeah. Let's see if I connect, say here. It will all lead to the same point, which is this point here. So QP means P first. So that would be enlargement at -10, -2 with scale factor of, so scale factor, I compare the size. Here is 1, here is 2, length of image over length of object, 2 over 1, which is 2. So scale factor of 2, the transformation P. Okay. Then I just want a single transformation equivalent to transformation QP. So to go from ABCD straight to MJKL. So that would be also an enlargement. If we find center of the enlargement, again, we use straight lines, connect the equivalent points. Yeah. Will be point N, basically. You can put -2, 2 or point N, it's up to you. So basically this is enlargement as well at point N. You can put point N or you can put point -2, 2. Okay, with scale factor is double the size, but it's opposite direction now. So when it's opposite direction, means it's a negative scale factor of -2 instead of +2. That's for the part A. For the part B, quadrilateral EFMN is the image of GHIM under transformation of enlargement, state center of enlargement. EFMN GHIM, these two. So also enlargement. So if I want to find the center of enlargement, just again draw the straight line, connecting the equivalent points, extend it all the way, should be this side. Yeah, so basically it joins at point J or 6, 6. So center of enlargement is point J. You can write point J or you can write 0.66. It's the same thing. Then, if area of quadrilateral GHIM is 12.5 cm square, area of this 12.5, find the area of quadrilateral EFMN. So from this to this, double the size, scale factor of 2. But make sure you remember, area of image is equals to scale factor square times area of object. Okay, make sure you square the scale factor. Yeah, so it will be 50 cm square. That's it. Then question 16. In a convocation expo held at the college, various activities were carried out to celebrate the graduating students. There are sales and games available to attract visitors. One of the games provided is the Ferris wheel, shown in diagram 15 here. So if gondola in position X move to position Y, describe the transformation that happens. So this is turning in a circle. So that's rotation. So it goes from here to here. So let's look at each of this. What's the angle? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of these triangles. So I first take 360 divide 12, 30 degrees. 30 degrees. So here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of it. So 5 times 30, 150 degrees. Means the this will be a rotation 150 degrees from X to Y this way. So this is clockwise. Yeah. About the center of the Ferris wheel. Yeah. 150 clockwise rotation. Then, given length of OX, yeah, O is the middle. So length of OX is 8 meters. If the gondola at position Y moves back to X in clockwise direction, calculate distance in meters traveled by the gondola. So it means the radius is 8. I want to find the length of arc here. Yeah. So it moves here to here. So I take this angle. All right, 360 minus 150, 210 degrees. So the distance, the length of arc will be angle over 360 times the circumference, 2 pi r. Pi, they say use 3.142 times radius 8. So 210 over 360 times 2 times 3.142 times 8, which is 29.3 meters. Yeah. Part B. To ride a Ferris wheel game, visitors have to pay a charge. Charges for a kid and an adult, 4 ringgit and 12 ringgit respectively. Asman brought seven family members, including himself, to try out the game. Total charge paid by Asman is 52 ringgit. Form 2 linear equations from the situation here. So I know there are 7 family members, but I don't know how many are kids, how many are adults. Let's say I use K for kids, A for adults, so it's easier to refer. So the 2 linear equation, number of kids plus number of adults is equals 7, because 7 family members. Brought 7 family members, including himself. So total charge paid is 52 ringgit. So 4 ringgit times number of kids plus 12 ringgit times number of adults is equals to 52. So these are the 2 linear equations. If you don't use K and A, you can use X and Y, so doesn't really matter. Yeah. The letters that you use is, doesn't really matter. So they say don't use matrix method. I want to find the number of children and number of adults in Asman's group, so I need to use simultaneous equation. Let's say I call this equation 1, equation 2. So equation 2, I can divide by 4 first. Divide each of this by 4. So K plus 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3A equals to 52 divided by 4, 13. For this equation 3. So I can use elimination. Equation 3 minus equation 1. K minus K is 0. 3A minus A, 2A. 13 minus 7 is 6. Yeah. So get rid of 2, divide by 2. A is 3. Yeah. So sub back into equation 1. K plus 3 is 7. K will be 7 minus 3, 4. So means 3 adults and 4 kids. That's the answer for A2. Sorry, B2. Part C. Encik Ahmad is the person who manages the Ferris wheel game. If during the 14 days of the expo, he has generated net profit 9,500 ringgit, he intends to deposit the money into Bank Sina. Interest rate offered 5% per annum, compounded every 3 months. Yeah, so this is compound interest. I want amount of savings that Mr. Ahmad has in his bank after 2 years, means the matured value. So principal 9,500 times 1 plus interest rate 5% over n. N is 5%, 5 divided 100. So I put 0.05 over n. N is how many times it compounds in 1 year. So if it compounds every 3 months, means in 1 year it compounds 4 times. 1 year there are 4 3 months, 4 quarters basically. The power of n times t, 2 years. So calculate this, 9,500 times bracket 1 plus 0.05 over 4 to the power of 3 times 2. So he will have 10,235 ringgit and 14 cents at the end of the 2 years. Yeah. Question 17. Part A, Fitri and Alia are colleagues in company. Fitri gets salary of 5 ringgit per hour, cheaper than Alia's twice salary. Cheaper than double of her salary. Okay, then 5 ringgit cheaper than double her salary. So Alia's salary is X ringgit per hour. So if Alia's salary is X, Fitri gets 5 ringgit less than double of her, means Fitri gets 2x minus 5. Yeah. So amount of salary for Fitri if she has worked for X plus 2 hours, right, in the form of algebraic expression. So that would be basically X ringgit per hour times, 2x minus 5 ringgit per hour times X plus 2 hours. Yeah, that's the amount in an algebraic expression. Yeah, so I can expand this. 2x squared plus 4x minus 5x minus 10. So it's 2x squared minus x minus 10. Then Alia's salary is 10 ringgit per hour, means x is 10. So how much Fitri has earned? Salary for Fitri is basically this. So just sub in the x value. 2 times 10 squared minus 10 minus 10. So 200 minus 20. 180. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Yeah, part B. In your opinion, who is eligible for the Outstanding Employee Award based on the performance scores? Provide justification. So, Outstanding Employee Award based on the scores here. I can find the average. Yeah, for each of them. So I find the mean for Fitri. So add together 40 plus 70 plus 90 plus 85 plus 64 divided by 5. $69.8. Mean for Alia. 80 plus 65 plus 73 plus 58 plus 73. Divide 5 is the same. Yeah. So means I cannot compare using mean because if the mean is the same. Then we look at who is more consistent, which we can compare by using the measures of dispersion, which the best is standard deviation. Yeah, standard deviation. So yeah, we find sum of values square for each one of it, for Fitri and Alia. So each of the values are as square. So 40 square plus 70, can you see it? 40 square plus 70 square plus 90 square plus 85 square plus 64 square. Add together, 25921. For Alia, 80 square plus 65 square, 73 square, 58 square, 73 square. 24647. So standard deviation for Fitri, 25921 over n, 5 years, minus mean square, whole thing square root. So it's 25921 over 5 minus 69.8. Sorry. My bad. 25921 over 5 minus 69.8 square, and then square root the whole thing. 17.668 standard deviation for Alia. Similar, but is 24647 over 5 minus 69.8 square. So yeah, this square root four, six, four, seven. It's a very big difference. Yes. Anyway, 7.5736, so 574. So if I compare, basically lower standard deviation means less dispersion, which is good. So Alia, because she is more consistent. Lower standard deviation means more consistent. Part C. Alia has total annual income 53,700. She donated 400 ringgit to a charity approved by government. Then here are all the tax relief. So I want the income tax payable by Alia for the year, taking into account the tax rebate if eligible. So first we find chargeable income, which is total income 53,700 minus all the tax deduction and tax relief. So the 400 is a deduction. Yeah, 400 donation then minus all the tax relief. Total tax relief here, let's add up 9,000 plus 8,000 plus 2,700 plus 4,500, 24,200. So minus 24,200. 3,700 minus 400 minus 24,200 is 29,100 ringgit. That's the chargeable income. So the tax payable, I take 150 ringgit for the first 20,000 plus 3% for the rest. 3% left over after 20,000 is 9,100. Okay, yeah. And from the chargeable income, my bad, there's a limit on this. It's 23,200. So it's 30,100. So means this is 10,100. Then I have to minus 400 ringgit rebate because income less than 32,000. Yeah. So 150 plus 3% of 10,100 minus 400. So it's only 53 ringgit payable. So that's it. Thank you for watching. So until next time, bye-bye. For the part C here, Encik Ahmad is the person who manages Ferris wheel game. If during the 14 days of expo, he's generated net profit 9,500, he intends to deposit money in the bank Sina. Interest rate offered 5% per annum, compounded every 3 months. So I want the total amount after 2 years. So this is compound interest, and I want the matured value. So principal 9,500. So I times 1 plus interest rate 5%. Percent means divide 100, so 0.05 over n. N is how many times it compounds in a year. Every 3 months. In 1 year, there are 4 times 3 months. So 4 here, and here also 4. 4 times 2. So it will be 9,500 times bracket 1 plus 0.05 over 4 to the power of 4 times 2, 8. 10,492 ringgit, 61.7 cents, so 62 cents. Yeah. Question 17. Part A, Fitri and Alia are colleagues in company. Fitri gets salary of 5 ringgit per hour, cheaper than Alia's twice salary. Cheaper than double of her salary. Okay, then 5 ringgit cheaper than double her salary. So Alia's salary is X ringgit per hour. So if Alia's salary is X, Fitri gets 5 ringgit less than double of her, means Fitri gets 2x minus 5. Yeah. So amount of salary for Fitri if she has worked for X plus 2 hours, right, in the form of algebraic expression. So that would be basically X ringgit per hour times, 2x minus 5 ringgit per hour times X plus 2 hours. Yeah, that's the amount in an algebraic expression. Yeah, so I can expand this. 2x squared plus 4x minus 5x minus 10. So it's 2x squared minus x minus 10. Then Alia's salary is 10 ringgit per hour, means x is 10. So how much Fitri has earned? Salary for Fitri is basically this. So just sub in the x value. 2 times 10 squared minus 10 minus 10. So 200 minus 20. 180. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Yeah, part B. In your opinion, who is eligible for the Outstanding Employee Award based on the performance scores? Provide justification. So, Outstanding Employee Award based on the scores here. I can find the average. Yeah, for each of them. So I find the mean for Fitri. So add together 40 plus 70 plus 90 plus 85 plus 64 divided by 5. $69.8. Mean for Alia. 80 plus 65 plus 73 plus 58 plus 73. Divide 5 is the same. Yeah. So means I cannot compare using mean because if the mean is the same. Then we look at who is more consistent, which we can compare by using the measures of dispersion, which the best is standard deviation. Yeah, standard deviation. So yeah, we find sum of values square for each one of it, for Fitri and Alia. So each of the values are square. So 40 square plus 70. Can you see it? 40 square plus 70 square plus 90 square plus 85 square plus 64 square. Add together 25921. For Alia, 80 square plus 65 square, 73 square, 58 square, 73 square. 24647. So standard deviation for Fitri, 25921 over n, 5 years, minus mean square, whole thing square root. So it's 25921 over 5 minus 69.8. Sorry. All right. 25921 over 5 minus 69.8 square, and then square root the whole thing. 17.668 standard deviation for Alia. Similar, but is 24647 over 5 minus 69.8 square. So yeah, this square root four, six, four, 7. It's a very big difference. Yes. Anyway, 7.5736, so 574. So if I compare, basically lower standard deviation means less dispersion, which is good. So Alia, because she is more consistent. Lower standard deviation means more consistent. Part C. Alia has total annual income 53,700. She donated 400 ringgit to a charity approved by government. Then here are all the tax relief. So I want the income tax payable by Alia for the year, taking into account the tax rebate if eligible. So first we find chargeable income, which is total income 53,700 minus all the tax deduction and tax relief. So the 400 is a deduction. Yeah, 400 donation. Then minus all the tax relief. Total tax relief here, let's add up 9,000 plus 8,000 plus 2,700 plus 4,500, 24,200. So minus 24,200. 3,700 minus 400 minus 24,200 is 29,100 ringgit. That's the chargeable income. So the tax payable, I take 150 ringgit for the first 20,000 plus 3% for the rest. 3% left over after 20,000 is 9,100. Okay. Yeah. And from the chargeable income, oh, my bad. There's a limit on this. It's 23,200. So it's 30,100. So means this is 10,100. Then I have to minus 400 ringgit rebate because income less than 32,000. Yeah. So 150 plus 3% of 10,100 minus 400. So it's only 53 ringgit payable. So that's it. Thank you for watching. So until next time, bye-bye.